forever, man. I mean that.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken at his 4. And some room to maneuver.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get only a couple down to the 44. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. From the gun, it's Jackson, buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second down, it's Bell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Detroit! Detroit!
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before. and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Prescott now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And now now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second down, Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A give to Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
That's awesome.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the Ravens taking the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a play fake here on first down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Lucky 56. Gone.
From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Detroit! Gone!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now he steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. Got an open man. It's a new one. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Anunwa again the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails. The Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
46.
Prescott from the gun. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott yet again. Anunwa's got it, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Prescott to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
21's the whip. Switch is 8.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. He also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Gun!
On third down, Jackson. This is Bell on the dump-off. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Gun!
Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The give is to Bell. Shreds the tackle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 26.
Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Get out.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On second down, Prescott again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Kill. 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. How to continue that, and when they finally throw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Mike 55! Gun! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be fourth and long. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Prescott going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 64 yards. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Well, Prescott here to throw. And that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
last shot for Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.